Hello. So today we're going to work on left and right English and how the cue ball reacts off of the rail when we hit it with left or right. And then we're going to use another ball, our target ball, and show how we can open up our angles using left and right with the cue ball too. So I hope you learned something.
So first we're just going to line a straight bank and just use center just so we can kind of see how the roll goes. And now we're going to kind of show you how it happens when we hit it too hard using like a 7 or an 8 lag speed. Kind of shortens that angle. Now if we're going to use some left in this case, or which would be outside, you can see that that opens up the angle. I'm going to show you again and see how it throws off onto that dot. Now I'm going to shorten up my angle and use some inside English. You saw what happened right there. So here's a real quick bank where I'm going to try to get the cue ball out of the way. I'm just going to use center right and let it slide right through. And now we're going to be kind of off of our line, and we need to find our equal angle. And then I tend to use 1 tip per diamond for my outside English, which is away from our target. And I didn't hit it too hard. And then here we go with a little tougher angle. So as I can see, I got about 1.5. So I'm going to use about 1.5 tips on the outside of this. And then when I throw that ball, it's going to open up its angle. And then here we go. We're going to do some first person view. And what our objective is to shoot this ball straight and to let it spin off. And remember, when we're putting English onto this cue ball, it's slightly throwing our target ball the opposite direction, which is helping us kind of create this angle. Now we got a really hard angle coming up right now. So we're going to use a lot of English. And when we do this, it's going to throw that 11. Cue ball's going to kind of deflect a little, and then it opened up that angle. So here we go. I'm just going to show you the top view. Same thing. You don't need to hit this too hard, just a little bit on the outside, so that's right English on the cue ball. And then we're going to set up just a little bit further out. So we're just going to slightly hit to the right of center on the cue ball, but we're trying to make sure that we're shooting that ball as straight as we can, because remember, it's going to be thrown off just a little from the spin on the cue ball. And then here's that really sharp angle, and watch how much it spins when you throw that far English on the cue ball. Okay, now just a basic kick, just so you can kind of see. I just use my hand and kind of gauge 3.5 or so. So I just figured my chalk as my marker. In time, you will visualize and you will just be able to see these marks in your mind. But at the moment, why not just put a piece of chalk or a marker on the side rail just so you have a target. And now here's a shorter. I'm just showing you, even quicker. I just found what's in between. We make sure we don't hit these too hard, because that's what shortens up the angle, even when we're just kicking. So here we go. Now I'm blocked. So now we're gonna have to hold it with some outside English. We need to hit this a little more firm just so the cue ball spin can hold, and see how it kind of reacted off the rail and it came back a little bit. And then here's in more extreme. So we're gonna make sure we go inside English, and you saw the angle that created. Remember, English is the left or right spin on the cue ball. Inside is English spinning toward the target, and then outside is English spinning away from the target. I hope you learned something. Come back, because we're getting closer to working on some masse, and I hope that you can figure that out too.